morning. It is day after Easter and a week after our second frost that we had here in Browns Valley, California, and getting into a little bit of gardening this year, and was optimistic in terms of basically we've been in a drought here in California past few years and had almost next to no what we would call winter weather, and was a little ambitious in terms of getting the garden started and got some tomatoes and corn and squash and what have you planted here a couple weeks ago. But long story short is that our tomatoes definitely got beat up by the frost, as you can see, but they are showing some signs of recovery in that they've got some leaves still on the base of the stems, and hopeful that they may come out of the frost. Some of our squash did all right in terms of being next to some of this metal planter thing here. As you can see, those are all volunteer squash. And then our corn, it did okay. Strawberries, they did okay. Cucumbers, they got beat up, didn't quite make it through. We got some plums that are surviving with all the wind, frost, and whatnot. Our apricot tree, it basically got hammered by the first frost and don't have any fruit there. And then our cherry tree, somehow with the bloom and everything, made it in between the two, or actually on the bloom was in between the two frost periods and set a lot of fruit, but this fruit that you can see on the tree was subjected to the frost we had last week, of course. But looks like we may have a pretty good cherry crop, Lord willing, depending on the weather, of course. But anyway, just thought I'd share a little gardening stuff here with y'all this morning. Got quite a few projects going on here around the house with our swimming pool and garden area. Got our little orchard out here that we've got some olive trees, some apple trees, and some citrus trees. And the olives look like they did okay through the frost. The apple trees were, again, kind of like the cherries on their bloom and fruit set, and I think they're going to be okay. But our citrus definitely got beat up by that first frost we had here a month or so ago. It's got a bloom on it right now, but man, the leaves really got hammered with all that warm weather we had in January and February, and then that frost in March. But again, hope y'all are doing well. Take care.